A new report is warning that Nashville's emergency playbook and its power company aren't ready for the next big disaster.
Tonight, the Winter Storm Commission is calling for an investigation into the Office of Emergency Management. Our Brendan Tierney looks at what they say needs to change.
The Winter Storm Response Commission wants to make sure Nashville never again has a deadly power outage like we dealt with earlier this year. This 20-page report says the city's emergency response relied too much on personal relationships instead of modern systems that work no matter who's on duty. Commissioners are now urging city leaders to bring in an outside expert to review the Office of Emergency Management's organization, staffing, training, and technology.
People who had to step up and do extraordinary things in extraordinary times for lack of systems and process.
The report says Nashville Electric Service had those same issues from leaning on outdated technology that failed. They've already started making changes after the power company's own independent investigation found your power could have been on 5 days earlier if NES leaders did a better job calling in extra crews.
And if we had had perfect information about what level of damage we would be facing, it certainly could have helped us with storm planning.
The Power Board has approved a $10 million contract with a wider group of companies that can help after a storm. They've also launched pilot programs for things like underground wires and restoration time estimates. I asked today to talk with Director Chief William Swan about these findings and the possible investigation into OEM, but a spokesperson told me they're going to wait until the final report is released to have any comments. The commission's going to meet in October to start working on that.